Well, folks, it isn't every day that a Trump-backed candidate actually wins their race. But that did happen. On Tuesday evening, JD Vance in Ohio in the Republican Senate primary defeated the Ted Cruz-backed Josh Mandel, and Vance will now move on to the general election in November. And Trump had endorsed JD Vance. Marjorie Taylor Greene had endorsed JD Vance. But it is worth noting, well, you know what? Before I even get to that, I'm going to let Donald Trump Jr. go ahead and tell you what a significant victory this was that finally one of Donald Trump's candidates won a race. And not only that, but Trump Jr. warns us that rest of Republicans out there, you don't fall in line. Bad things, I guess, are going to happen. So take a look at Trump Jr. gloating about his dad finally getting one right. Here it is.
Remember that, Republicans, because there's far too many of you that forget that, and you'd rather cater to the media, the leftists, the other weak Republicans, so that you can be loved and invited to the cool person party in D.C. No more, folks. The MAGA movement is alive and well, and we're witnessing it tonight. Congratulations, JD. I know you're going to make us proud in the U.S. Senate.
Okay, I'll get to that little warning in just a moment, but there's a couple things I want to point out. This is what I almost said earlier, but I wanted to save it for after the clip. By the time that Donald Trump had endorsed JD Vance, he was already polling ahead by double digits over Josh Mandel. So Trump literally looked at a thing happening, saw that one guy was running away with it, and then said, hey, you know what? To hell with it. I'm going to endorse the guy that's already going to win. So, you know what? I'm not even going to count that as a Trump victory. That's like seeing a team up by 30 points with 1 minute left in the Super Bowl, then being like, you know what? I'm going to put some money on that. No, they've already won, you idiot. And the second thing I want to point out is what is with the way that Trump Jr. in that video says MAGA, right? He's like, MAGA movement. Like he's about to throw up as he's saying that. That was a little weird. And I hope everybody noticed that. The MAGA movement. Like the guy can't even pronounce it correctly. It's 4 letters. MAGA. It's super easy. Your family created that. You should know that. But as to that warning for Republicans, yeah, fall in line. Because clearly the MAGA movement is winning, right? Well, not exactly, because you see, Don Jr., what I did that I know you would never do is before I actually made this video, I sat down and did some research. Yeah. You know, just to kind of bolster what I've always said, that Trump's endorsement is in fact a kiss of death. And going back to the 2018 midterm elections, the people that Donald Trump endorsed for House races won 45% of the time. The folks that he endorsed for Senate races won 55% of the time. So you average those two out, what do you get? Right, 45 and 55, add them together, divide by 2, that's 50. Literally half. Like, that's a coin toss. Anybody could really have a 50% yes or no success ratio here, and you're acting like, this proves everything, because it was a 50-50 chance and he guessed correctly. Okay, not good. And then it starts to get even worse, by the way, when you look at all of the, not just the 2020 races as well, but the special elections that took place during Donald Trump's 4 years in office, where he did end up endorsing candidates, and suddenly his success rate drops below 40% for those. So when you add it all together, Donald Trump's success rate when he endorses somebody averages out through all those things to about 47%. So most of the time, Trump is wrong. And again, I went back, redid math, because again, things have changed since that study came out last summer. And yeah, still the same. The MAGA movement is not as strong as you would like to think. And in fact, your dad's endorsement typically means that whoever receives it is going to lose their race. But yeah, hey, kudos on finally getting one right, right? I mean, Again, the guy was up by double digits when the endorsement came out, so, really wasn't that hard of a pick. But sure, if you want to celebrate that, go ahead. But I think if you're going to tell all the Republicans out there that, haha, we're winning, you may want to check your math on that. Hey, everyone, this is Aspen. And did you know that for the low, low cost of $0 per day, you can subscribe to the Fair and Balanced YouTube channel? We also encourage you to like, comment, and share. But again, click that subscribe button and help Aspen not be so grumpy.